Hey, it's Don Skaggs again with Empowered Inventing, where it's our job to help you help other people by taking great ideas and opportunities and turning them into real things like real products and real businesses that make real money. Now, today I want to talk to you a little bit about a subject that's real near and dear to my heart because I see this so many times and it really truly breaks my heart to see it. And that's these inventors and entrepreneurs that come to me only after we've not been able to reach them in time, we've not been able to warn them, and they've been scammed. And a lot of times they've been scammed to the tune of thousands of dollars. Industry statistics will tell us that inventors and entrepreneurs that are getting scammed by these notorious scam companies that are out there, with the industry average is $10,000 to $15,000 is how much they'll spend before they realize that they've been given this certificate of authenticity telling them their invention is great, whether it really is or not. So my first thing, number one, is warn you and don't do that. If it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck, stay away from it. These ducks are freaking evil, and they will hurt you, they will take your money, and they will provide you with services that have a less than 0.1% success rate. Don't go there. And we actually teach in some of our classes and a lot of my other videos, we teach you how to watch out for these things. Because these guys, you can name them. Number one, they'd probably sue you if you named them. But if you name them, a lot of them are just weaselly, and they're like little snakes, and they'll just slither under a rock. And maybe there's one recently that was shut down by the Federal Trade Commission. Federal Trade Commission shut this company down, this invention promotion firm, because they were scam artists. And so they shut down, and then what happens is a lot of times they'll go slither under another rock, maybe in another state. They'll pop up with a new name, a new identity, and they'll kind of switch around what they were saying, what they were doing a little bit, make it sound just a little bit better, and but it's still the same scam underneath. And the unfortunate thing is, if you can't recognize how these people operate, and again, we teach a whole video on that, check out our videos, then you'll get scammed. But who I want to talk to you about today is I want to talk to those people that it's too late for you. You've been scammed. And you're asking yourself, and you just feel like you've just been defrauded, and and I'll see them, they'll walk in with these 3-ring binders full of Google searches that they call a marketing study, and they paid $5,000 for these things. And it has no bearing in the real world as far as really selling your product. You can do a bunch of Google searches. There's a lot of real cheap ways, and there's a lot of marketing studies that you can have done, but it really won't tell you whether the customer is going to buy from you or not. I've seen it, and I have never seen, in my experience, 15 years working with inventors and entrepreneurs for over 15 years, I have never seen one of those things make somebody money. So but let's say you've done it in, okay. You've been there, but you recognize it now. You know that, okay, this stuff is not working for me, but how do I bounce back? How do I rebuild after I've been scammed? And it's tough. It's tough to bounce back from something like that. I mean, you just had your guts ripped out. And let's say you weren't even scammed. Let's say that you were, you just took the wrong path. You didn't know any better. And the first thing you did was run out and get a patent, and you spent $10,000 on the patent. It was all your money, all your extra money you were going to spend, and you spent it all up. Now you have that patent. Boy, you can put that little plaque on the wall. It's got your patent on it. Oh yeah, seen lots of those where but now you're out of money. If you build it, they will come does not work. It only works in Kevin Costner movies. Sorry to tell you about that, but sorry, Kevin Costner. But it only works in Kevin Costner movie. It does not work in the real world. If you build it, they don't show up. Now, so you need to bounce back, though. You need, okay, you need to heal a little. You need this has hurt you. This has been painful. You've been wounded by either a scam or going in the wrong direction or spending too much money in the wrong direction, and it hurts. but you can bounce back. I've seen people do it. And you know, bouncing back from that is when you've really got the, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make something, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to change my family's legacy, I'm going to find my own $5 million opportunity out there, the ones that the big companies are not even paying attention to, and they don't, then you're ready. You can bounce back from this. But the first thing that you need is a detailed plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You can probably say it with me, some of you at this point. So write down where you really want to be. Write down what it is. And by the way, don't let, oh, I want to make a lot of money. You know, hold on, all I want to do is just make a lot of money. Don't let that be your driver. Number one, it doesn't work, okay? It doesn't work at all, because if you let, oh, I just want to make a lot of money, honestly, it will not carry you through the tough times. And there's always a rough spot. Even when you're doing it the right way, you will hit these rough spots. And again, we teach in a lot of our classes how to deal with those rough spots, how to get through them, how to move forward and get to that success point. But don't let making money be the driver. It can't. That's why we always say we help you help other people by taking their problems, solving their problems, and they say thank you with certificates of appreciation called dollar bills. That's how it works. You are helping people, but you have to be motivated by helping people. Behind me is a whiteboard that I cannot even decipher. That is one of our clients, Bennett Gatto. His company is called Active Therapy Systems, and his why, his reason for doing it, does he just want to make a bunch of money? No. He wants to help people with Parkinson's disease. He's a physical therapist, and he sees these people struggling with Parkinson's disease, and he is developing a technologically advanced way to help these people with Parkinson's disease in a very, very creative way. And he's already won a National Science Foundation grant, and he's moving forward with it, and he's developing it, and I'm so proud. This is his facility here. He's got a facility in Nicholasville, Kentucky, and this is where we get to do our videos, by the way, just in case. I've said this before in other ones, but just in case you haven't heard it yet. But that's this whiteboard behind me here, but my point is this: that is Bennett just driven by making money? No, it wouldn't carry him through all this tough stuff he's got to do. He's got to have a why, and so do you. You have to have a why, and the why, the best why in the world is helping other people. That will drive you. That will get you through a lot of these rough spots if you got the right heart about it. So have a step-by-step plan to move forward as well. And we teach a very great plan, a very well-proven plan. We call them the idea steps. And these are little steps that you can take, but you take them quickly, and they move you forward, but you have to take the steps in the right order. The first thing you want to do is rush out and get a full-blown patent. That is not step one. So you have to take those right steps, and you have to take the steps in the right order. So have a plan. And if it's not our plan, find a good one. Find a good proven one out there. And another thing that you really have to do that will help you bounce back is to take ownership of your invention or your business idea, your startup, whatever it is. You have to take ownership of it. You might say, well, Don, you don't understand. I'm already an owner. No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean, because there's too many inventors that have just the wrong idea about how they're going to become successful. You have to toss out this notion, this idea that someone else is going to make you successful. And this was a lot of times when people end up and they just don't know already. They don't know yet. They know now, but they didn't know back then that they were going to get scammed. A lot of times, what the scam artists will do will say, "Oh, we'll make you successful. Just throw money at us. Just throw money at us." And it's what I call the toss the keys inventor. You're tossing them the keys, your wallet, and everything else. So, "Oh, make me rich." No one else is going to make you rich. I can't make you rich. I can't make you successful. I can't do it for you. I can show you how to do it, but I can't do it for you, and neither can anyone else. You have to be the expert, as Stephen Key says, you and only you. So So take ownership of what you're doing and own it, become it. Say, I am the one in charge. I am the expert, and I'm going to learn how to do this where I don't know the right places. I'm going to learn the right steps. I'm going to follow it. I'm going to have diligence. You have to have wisdom, diligence, and be around people, and that's my last point, and that's to get motivation and accountability from the right places. And when I say the right places, I'm not talking about freaking Shark Tank. You don't sit around and watch Shark Tank once a week and become successful. You don't see successful people doing that. No, no, no. They're taking that hour and they're working on their idea. They're working on their invention. They're working on their startup. But the one thing they do to get the motivation and accountability, and this is an important piece, is they hang around other people who are successful. And you can do that. There are a lot of really, really great places to find that. We have kyinventors.org, and that's here in Kentucky. That's our inventors group. We have a group where we do programs in Lexington and around the state. We have online meetings. You can join us from anywhere. And there's also the IGA, which is the I think it's inventleaders.org, that you can go to, and there's an actual map, and you can find one of the local inventors group that is closest to you. Get with these people and get to, our online meetings are great, and I'd love for you to go to one, but if you can find one, you can walk in and shake people's hands and talk to people and look them in the eye and see people who have really done this, that'll give you motivation and accountability like you could never get anywhere else. So be sure and do those things, and you can bounce back. If you feel like you've been scammed, if you feel like you've gone in the wrong direction, you just feel like you've just been wounded by all this, whether it was a scam company or whether it was just not making the right decisions and not making the right moves with your idea, doing the wrong things in the wrong order, spending too much money in the wrong areas. If you've done that, don't despair. You can bounce back from this. I've seen people do it. I've had things happen to me. I've had, we've all had failures somewhere. And I've had things that have just blown up in my face, and they were awful, and they hurt, and there had to be some healing there to bounce back from it. But I bounced back. I did not let it define me, and I don't want you to let it define you either. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. Again, I'm Don Skaggs. This is Empowered Inventing, where we want to empower you. And go to our website, empoweredinventing.com, and I will look to see you at the next meeting, workshop, maybe one of our online classes, or on the next video.